Well, we're heading over to my mom and stepdad's house. Last night we dropped the car off there. My buddy Carrie's trailer, I can't get within like a mile of my house. And something broke in the rear. It punched a hole in the diff cover on the far left side. We all think that maybe a bolt holding the ring gear to the spool broke or came out and got slung into the back case. So he drove past my stepdad's house last night because it's just the route. We dropped it off out front and I was able to drive it up into the garage. He's kind enough to let me use his lift. He's got a lift in there. So we're gonna pop the diff cover off, inspect to see what happened. Fingers crossed, a bolt just loosened up and spit out and didn't do any damage. I don't know when it broke. It broke on the last pass. Didn't make any noise driving. I didn't hear anything on the track. I didn't hear anything on the return road. I didn't hear anything at all. The only reason I found it was I was going to throw some garbage out. When I was walking back to the car, I saw a puddle under the car and went and investigated, and it's when I saw the crack in the case in the housing. What I'm gonna do is take the housing off. I'm gonna take the housing home. I'm not spending all the money on a new housing. I'm just gonna battle scar and weld this bad boy up and stick it back on. But you know, fingers crossed that a bolt just loosened up and I don't have to take the whole rear end apart and replace a ring and pinion, or you know, or worse. There's a lot. There's only 3 passes on it, but there's thousands of miles on it. And I guess this is just the point of finding, you know, the difference between street and race, and race only, or my very rare street. But I said it's just guessing now because I don't know what it is. We're gonna find out. I'm praying a bolt. I swear I built the axle, I don't know, what, a year and a half ago. I swear I Loctited all the bolts and hammered them home. Everybody told me I'd be fine with the Ford OEM bolts. I'm gonna be real mad if it's a broken bolt, and then I'm gonna kick myself in the ass for listening to people and not buying all the ARP bolts like I wanted to. Because we all know I love ARP. So if it's a bolt issue, it will be getting all ARP. I will be welding the case back together. I got my new RJS seat belts in, so I'm gonna stick those in the car. A friend was kind enough to give me a trans brake solenoid for free. He's pretty sure it's for 400, so when it gets here, I'm going to measure it, make sure it's the correct throw, and if it is, I'm gonna stick it in the tranny and get that all working. And we're gonna try to go out one more time this year and get that 9-second pass. And hopefully, you know, I'm on the verge of wanting to take the whole car apart and start winter upgrades early, but I also want that 9-second pass. You know, I was looking at all the data last night, and 143 mile an hour. There's no reason with a good launch that the car wouldn't have gone 940s, 950s on 12 pounds of boost. I mean, 143, 10.0, 143 is no joke. It's nothing to sneeze at. 143 mile an hour is a pretty good mile an hour. You know, it's a mid to low 9-second pass. The 317 cylinder heads that are on the car are hot garbage. The compression's way too low. The thing is a dog outside of boost. The best I was able to get was a 174 60 foot, and that was foot braking it, and that was as hard as I could stand on the pedal and put my foot into the throttle, and it was building 0 boost off the line before it would just start pushing through the brakes and going. So that is an issue. A lot of firsts yesterday. First time going down the track. I had a freaking knot in my stomach until after that first pass, and just everything was great, felt great afterwards. You know, all that sickness and nervousness was gone, and I was riding cloud 9. The last pass was the first time using the parachute. That was also a little nerve-wracking. You know, it's just it's new stuff. It's not what you're used to doing. There's no routine to it. You know, I sat in the car and with all my gear and practice going for the handle 100 times, but it's still nothing like going 143 mile an hour and throwing the chute. But let me tell you, my brakes felt much better using the chute than not using the chute. I didn't use the chute, and after slowing down from that mile an hour, my brake pedal was a little spongy for a while. So it was much nicer using the chute to slow down. I actually had to drive off the track. But yeah, I mean, it was a great day other than that. And then, you know, found the crack. All right, let's figure out what we broke on this beater. Everything gotta be for YouTube. Bring my laptop too, because I have to pull the freaking log out of that thing. What are you gonna do?
Is that where you put it over?
Right at his yard.
Over in Durham? Over
Dunham, yeah.
Dunham.
I think it's Dunham.
Dunham, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, sounds right.
Off of Sawmill.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you want it, so.
Did you put that one under?
I just pushed it up. I didn't line it up. I'm not sure where you want it, so.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, leave the lift.
Yeah.
Fucking rub the training pan on it. We just have to put boards. Yeah, that I did, driving the strap fucking loose.
So then it was. No, it wasn't that.
No, I think it just bumped on it. Yeah, see the fucking training flew leaking? Chunk. Get the force so we don't track it. There we go. Whatever. Oh, I'm waiting for it to just lock.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was up here.
Well,
Yeah, that's.
something is not happy in there. I'm gonna pull the cover off and see what's going on. That fluid is pretty fucking shitty. This thing got some balls. Fucking diff bolts are all loose. Yep, look at them. By fucking hand.
Wow. You missing one right there?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Here it is.
It's sitting in the bottom of the fucking diff. Well, there you go. Fucking spit a diff bolt. Everything's loose. She got thrown out in some RPM. I might be able to just fix it from the inside. Well, at least nothing fucking broke. Oh God, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Backed out. I could have sworn I locked that in. Drop it down and put it in neutral so I can spin this thing over. I don't know why I didn't. Oh yeah, there's the metal. That thing was rocking around. Okay, well, lesson learned. Double check your shit. Well, I'm not seeing any. Damn, there's a little nick in a tooth, but I can't feel it. No. No nick, but it's not even in there. Alright, well, everything else is A-okay, it seems to be. Like how I dragged the fucking fan? When we were trying to get the cooling issue sorted out, we dropped the radiator to try to bleed it. And like a half hour goes by and we jumped in the car to go drive out the driveway, forgot this was sitting on the ground. We're like, what the hell was that? We're like, oh, it's
shit, that doesn't sound good.
You know, it's the fucking radiator. Oh. Alright. Now, we'll get some ARP hardware, 2 new diff cover bolts, all new ring gear bolts. And apparently we're going to have to find a new diff cover too, because I don't think I'm going to be able to weld that. It's got a pretty serious amount of cracks all the way up in there. It's all the way down, around.
Not to question your ability to, you know anyone?
Lesson learned. Really don't have any good light up here. My, guess my stepdad didn't get bit by the flashlight bug like we all do. I bought some ARP bolts for this. This is part number 250-3003. It says for 4 9-inch 3-gear, 3/4 inch socket. These are 7.75 under head length. I was going back and forth about which bullet was supposed to be, but you know, what came out was the correct. So we're gonna replace these one by one, Loctite the shit out of them, and torque them in there. We're gonna get some, we're gonna torque these bad boys in like 80 foot. See them getting all locked at it, right? Maybe no questions. Helper over here. Say hi. He just woke up, so he's not all that happy. Got one of my favorite tools, my Snap-on digital torque wrench. I have the 1/2 inch and 3/8. If you're in the industry, these are by far the best. You don't get much better than these things, and I love them. I've had these for a bunch of years now. See if I can do these with holding the tire. Now, all we gotta do is put the new cover on, which is one beautiful, sexy piece of hardware that I'm actually really surprised it's going for as cheap as it is. So let's go get that. All right, got the diff cover in. It's freaking fancy. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me show you here. Great packaging job by UPR though. Fucking excellent. Right on. You know, it's not nothing important or special or expensive in here or anything. Ooh, look at that bad boy. Full on billet rear cover. This thing is a work of art, man. That is beautiful. Downside, they give me some cheap freaking cap head bolts that I can't use my ARPs with because these embossments aren't big enough. Really happy I don't get to use my beautiful ARPs in there. Eh? Bastards. Boy, this thing sure is freaking pretty though. Well, they give you these garbage hardware store cap bolts or cover bolts with lock washers. Corny. Super, super corny. Eh? All this money for a diff cover and hardware store bolts. Whatever. That is one gorgeous, sexy diff cover, huh? All in all, wasn't bad. $200. Whoops. It's all fixed now. It's pouring rain out, so I'm not gonna be able to get the car home tonight. But we'll come back tomorrow, get the car home because it'll be nice out. We're trying to go racing end of November. I think it was like the 23rd. I think we were talking about going to ACO. Obviously the car's pretty much in the 9s, so I don't think, you know, it went 10:04. So I think, you know, the first pass, maybe the second pass will be kicked out. We figured out what happened on the top end with the fueling and all that crap. But I just want to go 9s, get that 9-second time slip, and then you know, it'll go up on stands, and we'll get it all torn apart, get everything out of this car. A lot of stuff is going to change. I'm not buying a lot of stuff to change, but there's a lot of things that I want to change that I'm not happy with. So we'll see how far I get. So got that all figured out. It's all done, fixed. Now I can drive it home. I gotta put the parachute in the trunk, so I went flapping against the quarter the whole time. I don't remember my bumper being like this. But regardless, it's all fixed. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sweet billet diff cover. That is from UPR Products. I got that from. That thing is gorgeous. Till next time, guys, get in the garage, grab a cold beer, work on your hot rod. Have a good night.